tell you straight up what it is. Listen, I'm just gonna tell you, man. You know, there's a reason why we all call ourselves black, and all you have to do, all you have to do is study and learn how brilliant people think. You know, you got to get out of this. See, they gave you intelligence. They gave you intelligence, and they put you in this thing of intelligence because it's going to make you feel a certain way. It's going to take you to places, you know what I'm saying, where you'll be proud of yourself. You see, but it's all based on their imagination. It's based on their will to control your mind. You see, this with this intelligence. You see, um, with this intelligence, yes. Listen, look, if you look in the mirror and you put a penny up to yourself and you look like that penny, you know, that penny is called copper. Probably, you know, well, a long time ago it was called copper. They just gave you the color of it with all this because they blended the motherfucker. Now, you know, say they don't have no. Well, they don't. It's too hard to dig for the raw stones and shit or whatever metals and things, man. Because they're using it for other shit now. You see, um, copper. Uh, but when you look in the mirror, you're gonna see. You're not gonna see black. This is black, okay? And and if I tell you, keep pushing that black, black over 100 years, over 200 years, over 400 years, you know, you are well. Let's just say 100 years. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, let's hold on. First of all, let me get this straight right quick. Let me get this straight. I'm not talking about the shade of black when I'm saying the word black. Well, I'm talking about it, but I'm talking about I'm talking about the word, the pronunciation, how you pronounce the word. You know what I'm saying? That word, you know how you pronounce it and how you spell it. That's what I'm talking about. How you pronounce the word and how you spell it is hindering millions. That little word, what was it, 5 letter? That little 5 letter word is a root with tentacles on that motherfucker. You see? And it's harming you without you even knowing it. Just because you speaking it out. I mean, every letter, every value in that letter, everything is, I mean, it just sticks to you. I mean, it's perfect. It's perfect. You see, it's perfect. You see, as a matter of fact, I think it came from an internal thing, you see, that we put on another race of people a long time ago. That's what I think. To keep them in bondage. You see? So we'll tell them that their souls are black. They have black souls. You see, even though they look different, you see, than what we do. They have black souls. We have white souls. So when they came into power, they switched that shit up. You see, they switched that shit up. What in the 1600s? You see, now they became white. You see, they became white internally. You see, and they gave you their black souls. You see, so this is why, and it takes a period of time, generations, for you to see the black souls. You see, and so you got the black souls mixed with the Elohims. So the Elohims are feeding everybody. You see? But the architects have to stay in control. Because if the architects feel like that the Elohims or the saints are getting out of hand, you're gonna have to be put down. You see? You're gonna have to be put down because they don't know how to reverse the black souls. You see? The black souls of Europe. You see? And that's what you are. You are the black souls of Europe. You see? That's what you are. The black souls of you. That's why you can't come together. You see? That's why you harm each other so much. That's why you just you would die in the spirit for any other race of people on this planet to make them right or to lift them up. You would die in all your bullshit to make these motherfuckers powerful. But yourself, when you see yourself, you literally looking in the mirror. Every time you see somebody that look like you reject it. You see? You reject it. And if you don't reject it, that grip is only temporal. You see, it's only temporal because somewhere in your loins, somewhere in your spermicide and your eggs, you're gonna push some of these black souls out here into the world. You see, and that's what's living out here today. You see, and the only people that can do this is the Elohims themselves. You see, you are the only ones that can remove that black soul or that black soot from your gut. You're the only ones. And long as people keep promoting, I'm black, black people, black this, we got black this, everything's black, black. As long as you keep promoting this shit, instead of just changing the sounds and changing the vibrations and the frequencies of what you say, you can hold black all you want to, but God damn it, give it a name. You know what I'm saying? Give it another name. You know what I'm saying? How did our ancestors hear? What language did they speak? You know what I'm saying? What? How do they say black in that language? You see what I'm saying? What about of Hebrew? You know what I'm saying? Paleo, or however it may be, something. It's just it's the waves, it's the frequencies. You see, that's all that shit is. That's all that shit. And now you got these new creatures here. When they hear the word black, it triggers them because they know their soul was demonic. You see, their souls were demonic back in the day. You see, and every time, and that's what they called it. They called this thing. They knew that they had black souls. You see, because they never built anything. They was just hungry. You know, say hungry for the flesh and shit. You see, and everywhere they go or travel or be hiding in the bushes and shit, they see it all these monuments and great buildings and great empires and shit. You see, they used to lust over the shit that once was that they saw us in. You see. And so now their children, when they hear that word black, you see, it just rips them up inside. You see? And some of them, and if you tell some of these cockas that they're not white, these motherfuckers are shit. They'll fight to the death. You see, because they don't want to go back, and especially they don't want their children to go back because, see, if you give them back that black shit, see, because see, their children will connect to that shit real quick. It's kind of happening now. You see, who is doing his work? You see, he's doing his work. You see, you don't know it though. You don't know it. But anyway, but while he's doing his work, you see, you need to be washing. You see, you need to be washing, trying to find a great name for yourself, a supreme name for yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you like the word black, find a supreme name for the word black, and then put upon yourself, so so you will escape this, so you will free yourself from this burden. That's the only hindrance you have. It's that word. It's the only hindrance you have. You know what I'm saying? I would rather for you to go back and say Negro. You know what I'm saying? Because hell, some of the back then when you was called Negroes, at least we had families and shit. You know what I'm saying? We could go to the neighbor's house and however it may be. You know, I mean, it was some fucked up shit. You know, but at least we hung around each other and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I mean, damn. I mean, we wasn't so free to go over there and say, hey, Bobby, and hey, Jan, and hey, you want to come over here and join us? I mean, we wasn't like that. We was all we knew who we were. You see, and see when you talk like this, and then you hear a lot of people, other races listening to you, they start talking about you're a racist because you're talking about separating or disconnecting. But these are liberal minded people. These are liberals. You see, first of all, these are libertarians and shit. You see what I'm saying? And it's not hate. It's not hate. Shoot, I'm saying it's not hate to love your own and shit. I mean, it's just, but it's what it is yeah, it's sort of like that. It's sort of like that because if you start loving yourself, it's going to see every time you start talking like this, you will see how connected they are to you also. You see, because you will start thinking to yourself like, damn, or they'll start thinking like, damn, oh shit, damn, they releasing themselves from us. What the fuck are we gonna do? I don't like these motherfuckers over here, these KKK motherfuckers, these skinhead motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand these motherfuckers. They probably, you know, well, I'm talking about white folk. They own people. They can't stand these motherfuckers. And so the white people, and then you so-called black people move away from these motherfuckers, move away from the regular white folks. You know, what I'm saying, the libertarians and shit. You see, it's gonna fuck them up. You see, they ain't gonna know what the fuck to do. They ain't gonna know what the fuck to do. You see, but then what's gonna happen is you're not gonna be able. They not. It would never work. Well, it can work, but here's the thing: you're gonna have the only people that's gonna join together and to become like this and create a new race of people will be the Christians. You see, will be the Christians. You see, and the Christians, the libertarian Christians, what I'm saying, who feels that you can, the LGBT and all the other people, where all these other things. See, all these are Christians, the demonic people and the Satanists, all these things going to be inside of this Christian world or this kingdom. You see, and the motherfuckers over here, they hate everybody else. They Christians too. They'll tell you right off the bat they Christians, and some of them Catholic, but the majority of them Christians, and they'll join in with inside the bubble with the Christians. You see, so most likely the KKK and the skinheads and all these other motherfuckers, most likely they will probably be their military. You see what I'm saying? Protecting them and shit. You know what I'm saying? However it may be. You know. I mean, I'm just talking. I'm just visualizing shit, man. It would probably be, but then you got the people that separated. You got the black folks over here, and and then you got your white folks over here. You see, and they don't hate each other. They just trading with each other, making money, getting rich, or becoming wealthy. You see, and I I think that they will probably come together and put the bubble of Christians in slavery. Yeah, I think that would be that 2/3 or something. I don't know, because I think these black people over here and these white people over here who love the fuck out of each other, but they just don't want to breed with each other, because all these motherfuckers breeding. But over here, the Christians, but these people ain't breeding. They just like to trade with each other, do business with each other. They kick it, drinking, and have a fun. They cool with each other. They just don't breed with each other. You see, you say they just don't breed. You know what I'm saying? And they teach the children that shit too. You know what I'm saying? They can be your best of friends, but don't breed. It's forbidden. You see, but I think it will be these bodies that's going to put these people in captivity, or their minds their minds is going to do it. You see, it's going to do it because these Christian people are going to they're going to be lusting after these people's minds. You see, these people, it's going to take brilliance to get up out of this religion thing called Christianity. It's going to take brilliance, you see, and and I think because all the perversions and all the diabolical shit is inside of that house of Christianity. So these yes. I mean, every abomination you can think about. Matter of fact, just ask whoever people are, what their root religion is, and they'll tell you. You see, but these people over here, you see, they're separate, but they're unified, but they're separate. Um, God damn, that's gonna be some crazy shit. That's gonna be some crazy shit. You see, and they won't be called black, and they won't be called white. You see, most likely they'll probably be called American. You see, if they can't find, if the black people, if it's just too heavy to find their nationality, you see, they'll just be called American, and so those people will probably be Americans. You see, but over here, you know what I'm saying? This ball or bubble of they call Christians, they're going to be all mashed in together. You see, and they're gonna be ruled by some racist, tyrannical motherfuckers. You see, and um, they're gonna allow them to be because they're gonna feel like that's their natural selves. You see, and these brown people, and these uh uh vanilla people. Shit. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna be cool to motherfucker, but they're gonna be brilliant as fuck. And the Christians aren't gonna like them because they're gonna be thinking different, but it's the lust that's gonna bring them, that's gonna try to pull them in. You see, the bubble of Christianity is gonna build the kingdom of Solomon and Gomorrah. And I think this is what's happening today. This is what they're going to build. They're going to build the thing of Solomon and Gomorrah more, and the minds of them are not going to be able to flee because of the bling bling and all the money and all the jewels and things that's going to be giving inside of that pit. You see, that's the thing that's going to pull them in. And so, yeah, that's the thing that's going to pull them all in. So, oh shit. Oh damn. But anyway, that's the portrait. That's the portrait I just saw. Anyway, just talking to you. Love you. Bye bye.